Masika, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Everything is well. I cannot complain. Thank you for tuning in to Creative Clout today.
Sure. You were jamming back there.
Yeah, for me, I got some calm little vibes to start the day. Just something light, something light.
Okay, okay.
But first and foremost, how are you with everything going on in the world? You and your family and everyone.
I'm really good actually. And super, super busy.
Okay,
Even more so with the
got you.
pandemic.
Okay,
So, it's just been a interesting time to focus and spend time with family and we're all
definitely.
stuck inside. So
Exactly.
get really creative.
Got it, got it. And I see that the COVID and everything going in the world haven't stopped any of your bags because you've been in your Birkin. You've
Listen,
been in your
big Birkin,
Birkin.
crocodile
Feel me?
Birkin.
Okay, so a couple of the things you entrepreneurship ventures. You started this financial literacy book called Masika's Rich Bitch Tips. So
Well,
what
that's the
type
name
of?
of the page.
Oh,
The
that's the
book
name
is
of the page.
actually Stock Market Tips from a Rich Bitch.
Got it. Okay, a little catchy title. I rock with it. I rock with it. So what
Thank
type of tips
you.
are you giving within this book?
Everything.
Okay.
So basically, in this book, we're setting the foundation
Mm-hmm.
of the stock market. I'm going to be teaching you, first teaching you how to set your goals,
Gotcha.
or if you've already set them, how to identify them and to separate them so that you can actually succeed,
Mm-hmm.
and compartmentalize them into immediate, in the future, things like that.
Got it.
Then
Okay.
we are getting into what type of investor are you, your
Mm-hmm.
your risk tolerance,
Okay.
how much you have available. If you don't have anything available, what you need to make funds available, how to even start.
Got you.
Once we hit all that, then we're going to go into now what brokerage accounts to use.
Okay.
What I recommend are the easiest ones.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna tell you buy this stock, buy that stock.
Yeah,
No, but
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna
But kind of
teach you
lead people.
how to
Yeah.
pick them. Right.
Got you. Okay.
Um,
Okay.
the, huh?
No, no. Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, the tools that I use to build my portfolio, which
Mm-hmm.
is
A little extensive. A little extensive. Let them know. Okay.
I've been investing for about 5 years now.
Mm-hmm.
But the crazy thing is, I had wealth advisors, financial advisors, business managers, and
Mm-hmm.
all of these white people
Yeah.
that didn't really do with my money what I needed to be done with it.
Got you. Got you.
So because of the pandemic, I was able
Mm-hmm.
to spend more time trying to figure it out because stock market was that's boring. I don't want to learn it.
Yeah. Exactly. But
And
it's
then
useful.
once I started actually learning and applying and seeing that return and those numbers kept going up, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this is
I'm gonna
exciting.
tap in. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I literally started doing all of my own investing and trading on
Okay.
my daughter's birthday, which is March 29th, which
Wow. Okay.
hello was
Okay.
pretty recent.
Yeah. Very.
And I've grown. Since then, I've opened 5 brokerage accounts.
Shout out to you. Okay.
Yeah, and I have grown them to 7 figures since March 29th.
Damn. That hold up. Okay. So
By
if
my
you
damn self.
okay, so if you setting that trend, I saw that. So the book isn't out just yet.
No, so the
Okay.
book is completely finished. It's just being edited and
Okay.
printed.
Got it. Got it.
So my goal date
Mm-hmm.
is August 26th,
Okay.
but
Little
let's
ballpark.
not
Yeah.
put that
That's not
in
final.
concrete yet.
Okay. Got you. Got you.
But it will be releasing this month for
Mm-hmm.
sure. And I'll have all that information on my IG page and my Masika's Rich Bitch Tip page.
Got it. Got it. I know a lot of people because I saw a lot of comments in the comment section. They were saying pin the link, and so like you said, you kind of galvanize everyone. Everyone's excited for that. Seeing you as a black woman who's an entrepreneur,
Yes.
everyone is looking for just more tips on how to build generational wealth at the end of the day. So
And that is one of my favorite terms, generational wealth, honey.
exactly. Okay. So you got the rich, generational wealth book coming out, and you also tapped into cosmetics.
Yes.
The Kari, I'm saying that right? Kari Barbie,
Sorry, Barbie Beauty.
named after your daughter. So
Of
so
course,
so when
named
did
after my daughter.
so when did you begin just going into cosmetics?
Well, I mean, I didn't really have time to get it together today. I'm really busy,
It's all good.
okay?
It's
But I
all
did put
good.
on a little lip gloss.
Okay. Is that Carby Cosmetics
It
right there?
is. It is. I'm wearing
Good
Snobby
branding.
Barbie.
Okay. Okay. Nice.
Well,
Nice. I see you.
I've been in entertainment and television since I was
Mhm.
18. Started
Okay.
off small movie roles and
Mhm.
commercials, music videos, things like that. So all the time I'm in glam, hair and makeup for onwards of 12 plus hours a day.
Yeah.
Then once I started reality TV, it
Mhm.
became even more intense.
100%.
Hair and makeup all the time. Then after filming, we have, red carpets and events and clubs and hostings. So, I'd be in makeup for 18, 20 hours a day.
Yeah.
And when you're wearing that much makeup and you're in and out of, different climates and you got these
Mhm.
lights on your face and they're retouching
Yeah.
makeup on top of sweating and dirt, it can really damage your skin and
Yeah.
it's not good for your skin. So,
Got it.
I was always the glam girl.
Mhm.
On all my episodes, everybody always want to know, ooh, who did your hair? What
Mhm.
color was that lipstick? And all these things.
Yeah.
And I was wearing brands that I wasn't proud of. Like, who decided to put pig hooves or whale blubber in lipstick?
Oh yeah. They
Who
don't know what they doing.
decided
Who did
that
that?
we
Whose
needed
child? Whose son?
You're right. Like it's
Whose daughter?
just this weird stuff for no reason.
Got you.
So, as I started looking into it and realizing this is the stuff that I'm putting on my skin, I didn't like it.
Mhm.
And once I found out I was pregnant with my daughter, I was like, okay, I already know, like, I'm going to be mom of the year and be with my daughter all the time. So
Yeah.
when I'm glamming and hair and makeup, I might be breastfeeding or my daughter's going to be here. I don't want to
Got you.
her to be worried about the products I'm using. I'm getting
Exactly.
powder
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's chemicals falling on my child.
It could affect them. Yeah. Exactly. Yep.
Exactly. So I didn't want my need for the integrity of the product to
Mhm.
compromise how I look. Because
Yeah.
I'm a be beat now. I'm a
Natural.
be
Oh,
cute
natural.
now.
Let me do your thing. Okay. Okay.
Period.
No, I get that.
Um,
100%.
yeah. So that's when I decided to do my own beauty brand, and I wanted
Mhm.
it to be vegan, paraben free, and cruelty free. That was very
Mm.
important. I didn't want
Mhm.
any animal byproducts, no animals being
Yeah.
tested,
Mhm.
harmed, killed, or used for my
Yeah.
products. Every product isn't organic, but we have a lot of organic products.
Okay.
And I didn't want it the integrity of the product to compromise the look. I have a
Exactly.
lot of like long wear. My first product that I did was the
Mhm.
long stay lipstick so I could kiss my daughter without having to
Okay.
reapply.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
And so that's kind of like how it started because I was like
Mhm.
known for all these different lip colors. So
Mhm.
that was like the start of it. And since then we've just grown. We have lipstick, lip glosses, lip
Mhm.
liners, lip care,
Gotcha.
exfoliators, vitamin E sticks, highlighters, bronzers. We're doing a skin gold series now that's
Okay.
like body butters, body lotions, but
The whole
it's
nine.
really good for this COVID thing because we haven't
Mhm.
really had time to tan and a lot of us are pale.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. I'm extra melanated, so I ain't tanning.
Yes.
I'm good. How are
So
you? Girl? Yeah.
we have those, and then the hair oils, which I make organic from scratch, that will grow your hair, honey, from the size of a grain of rice to a long piece
Okay.
of pasta.
Madam CJ Walker. Okay. Getting your Madam CJ Walker on.
Yes.
Okay. I
I
feel you.
literally watched that series and I was like, "Ooh, child!
Now,
Everything
see,
about that is me except for stealing the initial recipe."
hey, at the end of the day, I feel like the initial woman wouldn't have taken it,
Oh
Well,
no, no.
we don't know that, but Madam CJ Walker had it inside. It's all about
Listen,
what's
it
her
was
tongue.
ordained for her, and no
Exactly.
matter how it happened, God had her destined for her to do it.
100% amen to that. So, damn, you got so financial tips, building generational wealth, cosmetic line, getting your skincare, your body care, your lip care, your eyeliner, your eyelash, your hair, everything.
Yes.
So along with that, I know during Father's Day you introduced a lingerie line.
Yes.
Okay,
Father's Day
so
lingerie.
got it. And why do you think that
And
Father's Day was just a perfect time just for that?
yes, so I dropped the red set because I feel like most men gravitate to red.
Mm-hmm.
But it's actually a full like lingerie, robes,
Okay,
nightgowns, the full line.
got you.
And of course, it's for women, but I
Mm-hmm.
named it Father's Day lingerie because I mean we wear it for y'all. So
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I don't know one
100%.
dad that wants to tie Father's Day unless you're gonna be
It
tied up.
got too many ties already. Got too many ties,
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay.
So that's there, and right now because my my warehouse had to close for COVID. I'm
Yeah.
kind of turning my house into a trap house.
Okay. Stepping
So
up the
in
bando.
my back guess my back family room.
Mm-hmm.
It is a inventory trap house in there. So,
Really? Okay. You gonna give us
we're
a
going to
quick
be
tour when we get off?
adding all the other products to the website very soon.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
Okay. No, that's what's up. Honest. Are you gonna be willing to give us a tour like at the end, or is it a
When we
little?
get back to our facility, yeah.
Okay, got you. Okay. Now, speaking of your other streams of income, I saw you pinned a tweet using your OnlyFans, starting the OnlyFans Stocks Club, where you're giving out stock tips, discounted products, live Q&As, and so much more. And I know, like, OnlyFans, a lot of people have looked at it, perceived it as, explicit content, but a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people are, I think after everyone saw, like, Ruby Rose, she tweeted, like, oh, I think it's just this is one thing, but it's actually a whole nother thing. And now we saw Cardi with the announcement. So as far as your OnlyFans, as far as your stock tips and your live Q&As, how does that differ from what you're giving in like the book, or is that just like a sneak peek to the book?
So I actually thought the same. I thought OnlyFans was just like pornographic or like
Yeah,
explicit
exactly.
stuff, and I turned
Hmm.
my nose up to it because
Yeah,
when I
100%.
first started seeing it, it was all the
Hmm.
girls that were like doing the X-rated things. I thought that was
Yeah.
a requirement.
Okay.
My management team actually reached out to me a long time ago, asked me to join. I was
Hmm.
like, and then
Hmm.
some of the people that do like the recruiting for like celebrities actually
Yeah.
reached out to me, and we invited them to come meet me at the studio, and we
Okay.
had a conversation about it. And there's so many more like things available. Like,
Yeah.
one, it doesn't have to be explicit.
Yeah.
Two,
Exactly.
there's celebrity pages for music. There's personal trainer pages. There's makeup artists
Hmm.
that have page.
All
You
types of
can
stuff.
you can have a page for whatever you want. The
Yeah.
purpose
Exactly.
of it is to monetize your content,
Yeah.
and put the price on it right then and there.
Got you.
And I
Okay.
think it was absolutely an amazing idea. I
Hmm.
don't like the stigma that comes
Yeah.
with it, that people automatically assume is going to be pornographic. But who
Yeah.
gives a shit? Like
Nobody cares. You
at
doing
the
your
end of the
thing.
day, they're going to
Hmm.
complain no matter what you do.
Yeah. Exactly.
I have an OnlyFans page right now,
Okay.
that's just regular content,
Hmm.
that I post things that I just are more personal,
Yeah.
too
Exactly.
personal to post on Instagram feed. Yeah,
Okay.
people do ask for feed
Feet.
pictures.
I
Um,
see. Are you doing the feet pictures too?
I have not, but I've had quite a few requests for them,
Okay. Got you. Got you.
and
Yeah. I
I just
mean,
don't get it. But hey,
hmm
I might throw
whatever
something
floats
at
your
you.
boat.
Listen,
Exactly.
it's so genius because like people
Hmm.
pay to DM you. You
Yeah.
can charge them whatever you want to DM back, and
Wow.
it gives that person a more personal experience with you.
Hmm.
Like, on Instagram or Facebook or
Yeah.
whatever it is,
Anybody could
people
see it.
can interact, and most of us, we ignore the majority of the people. But
Exactly.
if you're paying me to comment or reply,
Yeah.
I'm gonna comment back directly,
Exactly.
and it gives us more of a like one-on-one connection.
100%. What's the highest? I would say. What's the highest that you've charged for? I guess a subscription. This is for people out there who are
My
interested.
page was completely free until
Okay.
August 1st. Well,
Mm.
no, not
Then you start
the
taxing after.
subscription. The subscription was free, but I
Okay.
made free posts and paid posts.
Got you.
So
Okay.
the highest post I've charged so far was $69,
Hmm.
and now my page is a subscription page and it's $25 a month. But I
Got you.
literally just changed it to subscription like
Okay.
3 days ago.
Nice. Nice. Okay. Now I
But I
saw you.
am. I didn't answer your question. I just realized I
Okay.
am making a second page just for the stock market tips, and this is how it's going to
Got it.
differ from the book.
Okay.
So in the book, again, I'm teaching you how to set your foundation for building your portfolio, setting up your
Hmm.
stocks, and things like that. It's stock market 101. So
Okay.
basically, like, everybody wants, to be in the penthouse. Everybody wants
Yeah.
to have
Exactly.
the top level
Exactly.
VIP
Gated
in
community.
the condo.
Everything. Hmm.
Right. But you have to build that foundation of that first floor before you can get
Hmm.
up there.
Exactly.
Even if you're up there, you have to go in on the bottom floor to get to the
Yeah.
top. You
Exactly.
cannot discuss the roof until you have the floor.
Exact
So
foundation
this
first.
book is the floor. This
Hmm.
book is teaching you how to set up your lobby, how
Okay.
to secure your elevator, how
Okay.
to make sure, the doors work, how to make sure you have fireproof windows, tornado-proof
Yeah.
windows. We're
Exactly.
setting up the foundation so that you can get to the penthouse.
Got you.
In
Got
the
you.
book, that's what we're doing in this book.
Okay.
The OnlyFans Stock Club is going to be
Hmm.
basically after you set that foundation.
Hmm.
Now, how do you keep getting up to each floor, and then how do you
Got it.
decorate
Got it.
these floors?
Got it.
So,
Okay.
in the book, the book is solid for any day, any time of year.
Just starting out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I can't tell you my picks for today in my book
because
my picks for today might change next month.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And if you buy it next month and you go with my picks I picked this month, they might not be the same.
Exactly.
So with the stock club, I'll be giving you my weekly picks, my monthly picks, the reasons why. Buy gold today because of this reason. This is how, and there's multiple ways to buy multiple stocks. Like we were talking about I did the Earn Your Leisure broadcast. If you guys aren't familiar with that,
I love
these
shout out to them
guys. They're absolutely amazing.
Brilliant.
And black men that teach you about the stock market. And I was a special guest. And one of the things we were talking about, like, buying oil stocks. And
very
one thing I mentioned was there's multiple ways to buy oil stocks. You don't just buy oil. You can buy the oil stock. You can buy the oil residual stocks. You can buy into the companies, the mining companies that dig the oil. You can buy into the trucking companies that transport the oil. You can buy into the barrel companies that, hold the oil. You can buy the gas stations itself. You can buy the companies that own the gas station. There's multiple ways that you can buy into one stock. And that's kind of how you hedge. That's how you create the hedge funds. And that's how you make sure that you're solid in that area.
Definitely.
With the value of the dollar going down, it's like, okay, what are we going to do if the value of the dollar keeps dropping? Everybody's so happy about these stimulus checks that I don't get because I make too much money. Those stimulus checks are driving the dollar value through the floor.
And, but I need my stimmy.
Listen, I want mine too. I just don't get one.
Okay, got you. Okay, you up there to where 100%.
Yes, love, but I still want it. Damn it.
No, exactly. You file your taxes just like everybody else, I hope.
Yeah, and I owe. What I didn't realize until I, got on TV is we're always looking for that tax return, which is great. But receiving a tax return means you're not making enough money.
Got you.
No one wants to owe Uncle Sam.
Okay.
But once you start owing him, that means that you're making a certain amount. And I'm trying to figure out what Amazon did because them motherfuckers don't pay taxes.
I feel like once you get to a certain bracket, like the people around you, they kind of like preview you on like the write-offs. You donate to this company, donate here, you set up your nonprofits here, and it kind of evens out.
I do that too, but like as an individual, I can't afford to do all of those write-offs because then I have no buying power. If I write off and do all this charity and then when it's time to buy a house or a building or this or that, I can't do it. So again, that's why it's good to have these hedge funds, these trust funds, and all these other things so that we can transfer wealth. Like, everybody knows who that IG guy is, Dan. What's Blitzerman? What is his name? Blitzer. He's a kind of like a stocky white dude with a big beard. He has all of the girls.
I'm not familiar, but I'm going to look him up, though. I gotta look him up. You put me on.
He has like 30 billion, batrillion, million followers. He's surrounded by half naked or naked women at all times. Like his life is just crazy, and it's like he literally he's put his mansion on sale for $67 million recently. It's in LA. And I was like, how the heck did he get his money? And I read about it. Dan Blitzerian. Sure, yeah, that guy.
Gotcha.
And his father was in the stock market. And he was accused of money laundering. I don't know what it was. Accused of something. He ended up doing I think 13 years in prison or something like that. Basically, he was accused of stealing or I don't know. It was upwards of $60 million that they said he was accused of embezzling or however he did
some Bernie Madoff stuff.
Yes, and they were not able to get this money back from this man because of how he protected his money. He had one house deeded to the neighbors and a trust for the neighbors that was owned by the mother-in-law. He had some property to his son who wasn't old enough to be in charge, but in another trustee of that. He had this deeded here, that deeded there. He had money in these accounts. That basically they could not get his money. They spent more money trying to confiscate the money than they confiscated from him.
Wow, that's
crazy.
And
it was because of how he protected his money and his assets.
Did he do like some Swiss bank account or something like that?
Listen, he had money overseas. He had money. Basically, he didn't make anything.
Yeah, got you.
But he left most of it to his sons, and you know, they were able to continue to, you know, live very well and continue their investments, gambling, whatever it is that they do. But yeah, like things like that. So like it's teaching ourselves how to work smarter, not harder.
100%.
And things that we are not taught, things that we don't learn. So yeah,
100%.
Kind of where I'm going with it.
Oh, I like that. I see that you are extremely educated and knowledgeable about this, because like you are an entrepreneur, and entrepreneur is all about being self-made. So
yeah, you know, I'm a college dropout, okay? And
it's all good. It works for a lot of millionaires and billionaires and successful people are college dropouts. You know,
these are not things they teach you in school.
They don't, you know, unfortunately.
This stuff I learned on the streets. This stuff is what I've learned from trying to buy multi-million-dollar houses, and not qualifying because of my taxes, but I had the money, or not having the money, but I had the good credit, or basically I learned almost everything that I've taught myself or learned from messing up, from losing, from failing, from falling, from getting looked over, looked past, passed up on.
But you never gave up.
Oh no. You know, people they're scared to fail. Why fail? You can fail 100 times. Exactly. The problem is not failing. The problem is
getting your ass back up. Exactly. That's all you gotta do.
I was a tomboy. I climbed trees all day. If I have scars right now, okay, that like just show how much fun my childhood was. Now, if I would have failed the first time and never did it again, who knows? Like I ended up, you know, playing sports, running track. I did volleyball. I was an athlete. I had so much fun. You know, I was in great shape because I wasn't scared to fall out them darn trees that I was climbing. You know, so you can fall, you can fail, just get back up.
That's all it is. That's all it is. Now, one thing about generational wealth, a lot of people talk about partnership, right? Now I saw this picture on your Instagram where you posted somebody and then you kind of blurred them out. It was a young gentleman. It looked like she was on a date, but you was, you know, promoting your hair.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, but you know, I just wanted to know, is this Blurred? We're just gonna call him Blurred Bay. Is Blurred Bay still in the picture, or as does the blurred out reflect that?
I wouldn't dare disrespect a man that deserved respect with such a ridiculous, disrespectful post.
Okay.
So, I was by myself.
Okay.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
We not mad at it.
In all honesty, that was the only picture I had of my hair that day, and it was just so popping, and I didn't want to waste it. But, you know, I was by myself.
Okay, 100%. Honestly, if that's like you said, that's your story, you sticking with it, cool. Now, one more thing I have to ask about on the gram. Now, going back to OnlyFans real quick. You said that there was a video that got reported, was taken down. It was a 1-second video, and I just want to just read your caption real quick. So you said, this post was reported and deleted in 24 hours. The mad bitches is out on the prowl. Meanwhile, the white girls can post everything but they womb. I watched the bitch spread, put a firecracker in her JJ leg, spread eagle with children on the sheets, free with mattress with her. Bitches scarfing down cucumbers. I've literally seen everything except full-blown bestiality. And I looked up bestiality because you made me do my Google. Bestiality. See, I didn't know what it was. Made me do my Google and I found out what that was. But you said,
and that's probably on the gram too.
It probably is, because Instagram is crazy. Don't go to Twitter, y'all. Twitter is even more
Twitter
crazy.
No.
But no filter at all. But you said, so I've literally seen everything except full-blown bestiality on here. But I can't post this round, rotund, plump, beautiful, natural ass for 1 second. Instagram, make it make sense. So how can Instagram make it make sense? What was the issue? Why did they report?
You know, I'm shadow banned right now. Like literally. Like I was talking to my PR, my manager about this before we came on. I posted a picture yesterday of my daughter holding a laser tag gun.
Yeah.
And I posted it on my daughter's page as well. Anytime I post my daughter, she gets 300,000 likes, period.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
My daughter goes viral every single time. I have 2.4 million followers. She barely has 13,000 likes on that photo. My daughter has 94,000 followers. She has more likes on her page than I do on mine. Now, why is that? My page has been shadow banned from my followers.
Wow.
not even 3%, I think, of my followers can actually see my page right now. I posted something sitting next to the people that were in my house. So it's like 6 of us.
Yeah.
And I asked them to go down the timeline and see if they saw it. That none of them saw it.
Really?
They had to physically type in my whole entire name for it to pull up and click on my page. And as they typed in my name, my fan pages popped up before my verified.
Before you, wow, that's crazy.
Now, my manager reached out to Instagram and asked them what's going on. They said that when people report you, they shadow ban your
algorithm
page to keep the community safe from whatever it is that you're posting.
Got you. Okay.
So
that's
I have tons of haters, and I have people. My fans have said this many times. They've never seen a hater like a Masika hater. Like, it's a special type of hater. You got to get up real early to hate like this. Like, you got to have nothing going on with
mad.
your
There's
life.
nothing you can do.
In debt. You can't have no nigga. You got to be like, it's a certain type of desperation that you have to be to hate me. Yeah. So those people get up like it's a job and comment and report. Like, they will create a fake page. Now let's get it. Create a fake page takes a lot of dedication.
A whole lot.
You gotta have an email.
You're doing nothing with your time.
You gotta create. It ain't just some quick thing. So their real page will get blocked. They'll create a fake page. That'll get blocked. They'll create another. You done created all this stuff for me. They will sit there, report 100 times. Damn. It don't matter what it is. They'll keep reporting just to make sure that it gets deleted, and then Instagram will delete it, and then they will shadow ban me to keep the community safe.
Wow.
So right now I'm shadow banned again because something else was deleted. So no one can see my page, which is why we have 200 people right now on this live instead of 20, 40, 30,000, which it normally is when I'm not shadow banned. So
got you. Okay. Now that makes sense.
Some of the things that I've seen posted on Instagram, like, I'm very conservative compared to what I've seen.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, like you said, Instagram. You know, we've seen everything.
My manager, when they had the audacity to email us in writing and saying my post was like, it went against community guidelines. My manager replied back with no less than 20 posts from mostly white girls' pages, but other influencers' pages that were like literally bent over, spread cheeks, spread eagle.
We've seen it all. We've seen it.
Showing everything, doing everything that were not banned. And he's like, oh, well, explain how this is against the community rules. But these are. All of a sudden, they didn't reply to that.
Yeah, that's strange. Yeah, exactly. They choosy. They picking and choosing out there. Honestly, it's nothing that you can do but continue to be yourself and be successul. That's
something I can do. I can go to OnlyFans and get paid for the shit that they blocking me for. So
exactly.
Get together, Instagram.
Exactly, 100%. Even though we use a platform right now, everybody got some stuff that they gotta fix. I mean, the shadow ban stuff gotta stop. Everybody, is a free platform. You can post your own content, but like you said, you know what I mean. That's why OnlyFans is based for that. You can post whatever you want. Your people who want to tune in, they pay for it, and they get the content. So,
exactly. And it eliminates all of that negativity, because if you're paying to be on my page, you're not going to be paying to say all this dumb shit that they do for free on Instagram.
Exactly, 100%. Now I know that we've seen you on Love and Hip Hop VH1, but you also tapped into some television this year. You appeared on Insecure, which I thought was like the best season to date. So talk about. I mean, we could have a whole discussion about season 4 Insecure. I mean, from growth to elevation to a whole bunch of stuff. But talk about your appearance. I think you was on the Thanksgiving episode with Molly and her parents. Yeah. So talk about his work with Issa Rae. Yeah.
I was a little upset about that, to be honest, with my agent, not with them. I had, reached out to my agent about a couple shows that I wanted her to submit me for. And, when I mentioned Insecure, she was like, oh, they're done casting all their roles, but they have day players left. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why I gotta
Why ain't no day player
in the beginning?
Yeah, exactly.
And she was like, well, you didn't tell me you wanted to be. Why do I need to tell you that I want to be submitted?
She the agent.
I shouldn't have to tell you to submit me for a show. Submit me. That's your job.
Exactly.
So basically, there were no roles left. The role that I ended up reading for, again, it was one of the day player roles. And the role literally had one line. So, I went in for the audition.
Yeah, I don't know. Cops,
Helicopter,
you in California?
Huh?
I said you in LA, right?
Yeah.
Helicopter and stuff. Okay, got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah. So I went in for the audition, and I got the role, and then they ended up, adding a couple more lines just because they really liked me. And unfortunately, like I said, that they were done casting for the main role. So they did reach out to my agent and said they really liked working with me, and the role that I had, because it was Molly's sister-in-law, they're hoping to add me in to season 5 with an actual bigger role. God willing, that will happen. But regardless, it was an amazing experience. It was the most organized professional set I've ever been on in my life, and it was a black woman set.
Yep. Shout out to Issa Rae.
It was so refreshing, so amazing. I've been on millions of sets in my life, and nothing compares to the Issa Rae set. The way she just is so just organized and impeccably done. All the actors were amazing. The producers were amazing. It was a 14-hour day for those 2-3 lines. And it didn't even seem like it. It was just it was sweatless. It was so much fun. I'm praying to God that they'll have me back for season 5. But like I said, regardless whether I do come back or not, it's on my resume. And I had a great time with them, and working with HBO was amazing. I'm also one of the co-stars in the new series Pump,
yes, on
which is on Urban Flicks.
Got you.
It was really fun.
Ray J in there as well.
It's super hilarious. McKinley Freeman, Michael Jai White, Ray J, a lot of really good actors on that show. Super, super funny. We did our first 6 episodes, and then the pandemic hit. So we have another 6 to film as soon as we're able to come back. I just booked a lead yesterday.
And what? Make the announcement.
I'm so excited. We start filming on September 24th. And I don't like to kiss and tell, so I'll be showing that on my Instagram when we start filming. We're doing the contracts right now, and I get to play a villain. I'm so get your excited. Bad girl on. It's a very powerful subject line, and it's something that I think is really prominent in today's world that we're dealing with, and I can't wait for you guys to see that. I have a featured role in Fanatic, which is on BET. I have a lead role in Swag Inc., which is also BET. And since I've kind of stepped back from reality TV, everyone's like, where are you? Oh, honey, I've been working. Don't trip.
You working. Like I said, nothing ain't stopping the bags. You in your Birkin, as we can see. So it's great that you saying all of this, especially working with HBO, tapping into your acting bag. And you mentioned BET, which is also a subsidiary of Viacom. We all saw what happened in Nick Cannon last month with the comments he made, and you kind of reached out to support him, but also explain your stance with Viacom, when working with VH1. So what exactly happened with you and Viacom?
Viacom tried to blackball me because I refused to feed into their stereotype and all of the negativity and the fake storylines that they wanted for me. Basically, if you will be a good little jigaboo and jump through these fiery hoops and act like
they're trying to get you to tap dance.
If you put on your black face and shuck and jive, and they'll pat you on the head and give you a little token. But when you have integrity and say, no, these are my boundaries, we're not crossing these, we're not doing these things, then they get mad. The crazy part is my real life is more interesting than any of the things that they ever tried to create. None of it is your real life. Not even none of it. Even the stuff that really happens in your real life, they take it, contrive it, control it, change it, flip it, switch it, and reverse it. I had a Kari Barbie Beauty launch party. They wouldn't film that, but then they recreated a fake version of it so that they could control it and mess it up and make it look ghetto. Then they wouldn't let me use any of my props because we had a beautiful display table, but the props were like plexiglass, and they're like someone could use it to throw. So instead of letting me set up this beautiful table, they put a what's it called? A tablecloth on a table. Set my products up, just stood my products up so it looked ghetto.
Props. Wow.
Then all of the people that were invited were extras that they casted. Nobody that was actually on my guest list. So none of my VIPs, my celebrities, all of the people that really came, you never saw. Then they had the cast members I would never invite. And then they had someone acting like a ratchet fool. You know, so even when it is a real thing, they really mess it up. So, you know, they love a abortion. They love baby mama. They love a divorce. They love a side chick. They love a love triangle. They started me off in a love triangle that never existed. And when I told them I wouldn't do it, they told me, well, if you don't do it, we're going to delete all the scenes with Molly Mall, and then and then you won't be seen until episode 7. So that was my first season. So basically, like, I was forced into a love triangle that didn't exist, because if I didn't, we were going to lose the footage.
Damn. So they basically left you with no choice. So you, in order to play like the long game and keep your longevity on there, you kind of just,
but then, you know, coming into it, you know, I didn't know how reality TV was behind the scenes. I really thought I was going to get a camera crew follow me in my real life. I didn't know, like, everything was going to be scripted, scheduled. Like, we get a call sheet with a call time that gives you an idea of what to wear, gives you an idea of the mood. You don't know where you're going to shoot. You're not allowed to drive yourself. They don't give you an address. You don't know who's going to be there. You don't know what you're doing. You just my call sheet might say call time's 12 and dress as if you're going to have cocktails with friends. Your call sheet might say your call time's 3 p.m. and dress like you're going to the club. Now, we could be totally shooting together, but we wouldn't know that because we have the different call times and different wardrobes. My call time's early because I need hair and makeup. So we still might be both getting there at 3. Now, when we get there, they pick you up and take you to wherever this location is, and they put you on opposite sides. Now, sometimes they'll drive you in circles, go the wrong way, up highways, hoping that you don't realize where you're going. It's like some Men in Black shit. So then when you get there, a producer comes in the vehicle, they hold your phone, and then they brief you. Okay, today you're filming with this person, and we need you to go over X, Y, Z. These are the things we need you to discuss. Now, maybe we don't know each other, maybe we do. But even if we do, they took our phones. So now I can't text and say, oh, they want me to say this to you.
Exactly. Wow.
And if we don't know each other, they might tell me to say something that sounds completely innocent, but it's a trigger for you. So we'll go in this scene. Hey, how you doing? And then I have my bullet points I got to hit. You have your bullet points you got to hit. We might not know shit about each other. So now we're saying these things, and I hit one of your triggers, and you're like, this bitch knows that
she's about to get the beat down.
How would I know that?
Oh, so then
you say something back to me, and I'm like, well, why the fuck would you say that to me? And then when you say that to me, it's a key word.
Reaction.
And now my baby father's baby mother's sister, who's been trying to be famous for 10 years, who they got in another band, hacked off liquor, that's her keyword. Now she come in, oh, bitch, I done heard. And she's showing out now because she's trying to get a starring role because she's not getting paid today. and she thinks she about to drop her.
She got to show out.
And she's going to be making none. So now she coming huffing and puffing. Now the whole scene then broke up. So in the middle of me and you trying to figure, wait, why'd you say that? Why'd I say that? Now she comes in, they take us apart and separate us in different bands. So now we all 3 bands. And I'm like, what the fuck? How did this bitch even, what? Now you're like, wait, this bitch just said this about my baby mother. And I'm like, why are he mad that I said this about my homegirl? Now we don't see each other for 3 weeks. We're filming with other people that further instigate our scene. Girl, let me tell you, I was filming with him. I was at dinner with him, and he said this about you. I'm like, I don't even know this man. Wow. And they make sure we keep filming with people like that in between. Mind you, we might not know any of these people. So then after the tension has built and it's up here, and they make sure that we're real good and mad, now they throw us back in the scene together. Wow. Now they put 2 of my homegirls with me, and then 2 of your disrespectful homeboys with you, and now they throw us back in. Boom. We never met. We don't know each other. I now hate you, and I don't know nothing about you because of how they started this bullshit. And then, so we have beef now. Now all our friends have beef. Now now they want the friends to get together to talk shit about us behind our back. Now they're hoping this one will turn on this one, this one will turn on this one,
so
and
it's
all
a whole
crazy shit going on.
They basically control the whole narrative for the viewers, and they know what the TV want. Because I mean, this been going on. I think I was in high school the first time I seen it, so this like almost like 10 years ago. So now it's like they controlling the narrative, and they know kind of what the views, clicks, the ratchet stuff, the yelling, the fighting,
and then you're checking these 52-page contracts that your attorney ain't going to read because they're in cahoots with the network. So by the time you realize and figure out what they're doing to you, if you're strong enough to stand up to it, which is very few, because most people are controlled by the money. Yeah. If you're strong enough to stand up to it, how the fuck you gonna get out? Yeah. You know, people always want to know, oh, you quit and came back. You quit and yeah, I quit, started my own show, got my own deal, and then they threatened to sue me because I didn't have a release. I didn't know that I needed one because my attorney was shit. So when I found that out, I had no choice. I was pregnant. Either come back or don't have a fucking job. So basically, I had to come back, and I went to 3 attorneys until I found a 4th one that was able to get me out of the contract, because it was come back to work or have no job. I'm gonna see my kid regardless.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. So is that the attorney that you have now? Like, they're all good?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So shout out to the attorney. You know, I mean, everything is like a learning experience. Everything is a learning experience. You know, you didn't know what you was getting into reality TV. You saw it as an opportunity, took the opportunity. Although it didn't plan out exactly how you wanted, but you know, you kind of.
I don't regret it. You know, everything I've done put me where I am. And you know, I really went on the show thinking that they were going to promote my music. That's the last thing they could care about. You know, I'm just now getting to the point in my musical career where, you know, people are actually taking my music seriously. And, you know, I dropped Cappin' less than 2 months ago, and we're already past 1 million streams.
Hey,
That's really exciting for me. Congrats. And we promote the video on World Star. I'm getting radio spins now. I'm about to drop my follow-up single. And
what's that going to be?
So yeah, it's just going progressively going forward.
What's the follow-up single?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Well, well, for those who don't know, like the vibe in Cappin', because I think if I'm not mistaken, you were saying on episode of Love and Hip Hop, I saw that you say you were trying to get your music as close to Drizzy Drake as possible. So how close to
what do you mean?
If I'm not mistaken, I may be mistaken, but you say you're trying to get that vibe to where you're trying to get the mass appeal to kind of get the people to listen to what you're doing. So what type of vibe can they get from the follow-up single? Now, Cappin' is an up-tempo party record.
Yeah.
And you know, with everything kind of like shut down right now, is the follow-up single going to be the same type of vibe, or are you trying to transition into like whatever you're doing, people kind of doing at home?
So Cappin' was for the spring. It was like singy, rappy.
Okay.
Kind of fun, cool vibe. My next single is actually a rap for the summer.
Okay. With some bars.
Okay. It's for the ladies. They're gonna love it. Have a feature on it that he is so dope. This dude is so fire. He's a really like dope Atlanta rapper that I mean, he's amazing. And then my third single is a ballad for the fall. Let these bitches know.
No, I ain't mad.
Do it all and play with it.
Okay, that's what's up. Now we seen the whole. You're showing a lot of versatility that I feel like a lot of people probably didn't know, but they definitely gonna know because you're gonna put them on notice.
Oh, they gonna know whether they want to or not. They ain't gonna have
exactly. So salute to you on that aspect. Now, speaking of some music stuff. Now we know you're from Chicago.
Yes.
You're from Chicago. Now, your Shouttown native brother Kanye announced that he's running for president. Kanye's my guy. That's my favorite artist of all time. But we know that a lot of people will give him mixed reviews. Some people saying he's splitting the black vote. He's in cahoots with Trump. A whole bunch of stuff. And you came out kind of said, Kanye's not dumb, Kim's not dumb. They're very intelligent, smart people. So what is your take on just him running for president?
So again, I will reiterate what I said. They're not stupid by any means. I do think that he has a agenda and a plan that he's executing. However, he does have mental illness. And, it's very difficult to understand how mental illness affects you unless it's affected you personally or your family personally. Exactly. And, I didn't understand it for a long time. I mean, of course, we read about it, but like, it's kind of like knowing how important parenting is and actually having a child.
Yeah.
It changes everything. So my brother suffers from schizophrenia, paranoid schizophrenia. And it happened pretty late in his 20s. So it was a huge shocker for our family. And seeing how that affected him, his life, and everything else, it's taken my family on a roller coaster ride. And my brother's very intelligent. He's very intelligent, even though when he has his episodes, he's completely out of his mind. Yeah. So he can sound very educated and convincing and knowledgeable, even though he's having a complete manic episode. And if you're not privy to how that looks, you be like, oh,
it may seem erratic,
or you know what he's talking about. Either way, you know, the difference with Kanye and my brother is Kanye's a bajillionaire.
So, exactly.
You know, Kanye's running for president, and he has this massive platform that he can say whatever he wants. My brother wanted to, you know, do something similar, but he didn't have the platform, so he was going on Facebook Live saying these things.
Gotcha. Okay.
And you know, I definitely think that it's a situation that he needs to be medicated. I definitely think that it's a situation that, you know, he needs help. And, you know, people were blaming Kim, the Kardashians, and no one's in their home. We can't say what happens, but what I do know is if you are a mental patient and you're an adult, they cannot force you to take medication whatsoever. Nobody can do it. It is one of the hardest things to convince an adult that has a mental illness that they have a mental illness. Gotcha. The only way to really convince them is to get them on their meds, but it's impossible almost to get them on their meds.
Yeah, because they got their own mind. They like, you know, this stuff, and people saying like it messes with he said it messes with his creativity. We know he's an extremely creative genius, so he's not doing that. So, wow, yeah, Black mental health is.
And it's something
I'm happy
that we're scared to talk about. It's something that people frown upon. If we would normalize and make it something that's not such a scary conversation, maybe more people could get help.
No, 100%.
You know, my brother, it took over 4 years to get him on his meds. And we basically had to let him hit rock bottom for that to happen, because it's a mental illness is a problem money can't fix. Money makes it worse.
Yeah, wow.
So basically, you know, I had to cut my brother off. Me and my sister, we had to cut him off financially. And it was one of the hardest things for us to do, because when you see a family member suffer, you want to help them. When you're in the position to help somebody, especially a family member, and you see that they're hurting, the natural reaction is to, you know, help. But like, if my brother's calling asking for money, I need help. I need some money. I need a place to stay. I need this. I need that. 9 times out of 10, if you're asking for help, it's not the type of help that you need. Because if you had the help that you need, if you knew what type of help you needed, you would need it.
Would be exactly. Got you. 100%.
So being as the person that was able to offer help, I had to stop using my heart and my emotions and think with my brain.
Brain, exactly.
Okay, I see that you need a place to stay. I'm going to get you a place. Every time I get you a place, you're not able to keep it, you get evicted. Every time I get you a car, you're not able to keep it up. You know, it ends up on the side of the road, tire goes out, can't keep up with the insurance. You know, I'm helping you financially, but it's hurting you at the end of the day because you're not mentally where you need to be. I know the help that you need is mental help. You need to be medicated. You need to be hospitalized. You need these things that you're refusing to do. As long as I give you these little $1 here, $1 there, you're able to sustain yourself for 30 days, 40 days, 55 days. You're able to have a place to go, continue to keep being unwell.
Yeah, exactly.
So we had to, and me and my sister fought ourselves for this for a long time, because like one of us would do it, the other one couldn't. We had to literally like get together, be like, we can't do this anymore, because as long as we're giving him a crutch, he's never gonna heal.
Exactly.
So it got to the point where, you know, my brother was in situations that, you know, I'll get a phone call in the middle of the night, something happened, and wake up out my sleep, have to hop on a plane and go find him.
Wow.
It was a silent battle that no one knew that we were dealing with, and it was like, it's heartbreaking. But at the end of the day, the only way that he was going to get help is through medication.
Okay.
And the things that we had to do to make sure for him to get medicated, like we had to force him to have no choice. Like basically it came down to him having to go to jail for absolutely no reason. And we had to go through judges to try to get him deemed incompetent. It took almost a year, where, you know, he thought we didn't love him. He thought we didn't care for him. He thought all these things, not realizing all of the things that we were doing behind the scenes, fighting for his life. To the point where basically my brother is so smart now. So when he talked to different people, he was able to convince them that he was sane. And we looked at them like, are you crazy? You can't tell something wrong with him?
Yeah, wow.
You know, so it took blood, sweat, tears, years. You know, the money he thinks that we weren't giving him, we spent way more than that on attorneys, doctors, judges, lawyers, you know, all sorts of things.
Yeah,
and to the point where he finally got placed in a state facility. We couldn't put him in a personal facility that I paid for. He had to go to a state facility, because in a personal facility, he could have opted out. He could have left. In a state facility, it was mandatory. He wouldn't have a choice but to take the medicine. Like, it would get to the point where they would have to strap him down to the chair if necessary, which is something that I would never want to be done to anybody. But if that's going to save your life, strap him.
Yeah, you got to do it.
Down.
Yep, exactly.
And because the state facilities, because they're so limited and there's only so many seats, beds available, it takes a long time. So we had to watch him suffer.
So you have to wait until something opened up.
And like, there were so many times we're like, just bail him out, get him out. And we couldn't do that because it's like, if I bail you out,
it's gonna hurt him.
Tomorrow.
It's gonna hurt him.
I would rather you be here and uncomfortable for this period of time to save your life. And you know, he fought us, he resisted us, he hated us for it. He told us we didn't love him. And then when they finally made him take that medicine, when he got that first dosage, I remember my brother called me and I was like, hey, what's up? He was like, hey, how you doing? And we talked for like 4 minutes, and it was like an oddly normal conversation. And he's like, I just wanted to say I got some medicine and I can tell the difference, and you were right. Anyway, so, and he just kept talking.
So he thanked you for it.
And he was like, they forced me to take the medicine. I was really mad, I was kicking and screaming, but I can already see it working. And, you know, once that person gets medicated, they remember the stuff they were doing. They remember the things that they were saying. And it's like a very hard, rude awakening for them, because they once you're in your right mind and you see that stuff, you're embarrassed.
Yeah. Wow.
So, you know, I brought all this up to in comparison to, you know, Kanye's situation. Kanye has mental illness. I don't know exactly which one it is. He's spoken about it several times. His wife has spoken about it. You know, it's not a secret. And he's not medicated at the moment. And I think he's having a manic episode. I don't think that takes away from his intelligence or you know, who he is as a person. But, you know, he needs to be regulated, medicated.
100%.
And because he has an infinite supply of finances,
resources,
all you have to do is take a jet here, fly there, leave there. It's almost impossible to convince him, unless he does it of his own free will, because, you know, people want to blame Kim. What can she do when your billionaire husband tells you, I'm staying in Wyoming? If your whole staff quits on you because you won't take your medicine, you do that and hire a new one.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not the same way when it's marriage. Someone that's that close to you, for better or for worse, for rich or for poor, they're by your side 100%. And like you said, you know, you had to kind of convince your brother to for him to take his medication to get well. So
and we couldn't convince him. We had to force him.
So wow, that was definitely a great conversation of Black mental health. Everything go good over there?
Hold on. Yes. Hello. Yes. Huh?
Hope everything all right.
Hi. Oh, I don't need it. Thank you.
Okay.
Listen, I got a long gate. Okay.
Got you. Okay. Got you.
Way down there. Okay.
So you could kind of yell.
You don't belong here. You don't belong here.
Got you. Okay. 100%. So, damn, Masika, this was a great conversation. I appreciate you. I know you got to get to your appointment, but real quick before you go, if you can just say, hey, this is Masika Kalysha. Kalysha is your middle name, last name?
Kalysha, middle name.
If you could say, hey, this is Masika Kalysha, you have now tuned into Creative Clout.
Well, I'm not going to do a drop, not looking together with all these comments. We'll have Kels get you a proper drop.
Okay, got you. We'll do. Okay, with the hair and makeup. Okay, got you. Okay, 100%. Like I said, you're rocking with Jiggy Jones. I appreciate you, Masika. Wait, real quick, last question. Do you have any ideal features or collabs as far as music that you would like to tap into? Everybody?
I'm a huge Future fan. I'm a Uzi fan. I love Tiana Taylor. I love Meg Thee Stallion. I love Cardi. I love Nicki. Listen, my dream, sky's the limit. Like nobody thought. Well, I can't say nobody, but I'm pretty sure Meg Thee Stallion didn't even think she would get that Beyonce feature when she said she wanted it.
That shocked the world and went #1.
So shoot, Rihanna. Beyonce.
Exactly.
I'm literally just starting. The sky's the limit for me. So
okay. We can't wait for that follow-up single. What about Fabulous? Would you do it? Put everything aside and do a thing with Fabulous?
Of course. I've known Fab for forever. You know.
Okay.
He did some little corny shit, dropping my name on some bullshit.
okay.
But it's cool. Fab a dog.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, like I said,
he can apologize though.
He didn't?
No, he needs to.
Oh, he needs to. Well,
Jonathan.
Fab, she calling you by the first name basis. Fab, reach out to Masika. Feel me? Y'all do your thing. Y'all apologize and settle y'all differences, and y'all get together, do that feature, because we want more music. Shout out to you as a Black woman doing your thing, entrepreneurship, acting. Salute to you on everything. I hope we can do this in the future, especially when the book come out. People could definitely be looking at that book.
Y'all stay tuned. MasikaKalysha.com, KariBarberBeauty.com. Hit the link in my bio for all the info that you need, and keep it popping. Make sure you stream Capping, available on all platforms.
Yes, sir. Masika, have a good one.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Appreciate you. Bye.